Hey guys, Mr. Kruber here from EmptyApartment.net with your preview of The Witcher 2: Assassins of Kings. This is the very beginning of the game, still part of the prologue. So we're just jumping into this now. I haven't spent all that much time with the game, maybe about 10 hours or so. I just want to give you guys, a quick preview, show you guys what the game's kind of about, show you some of the combat, some of the menus and stuff, so you guys get a better feel for the game. Now, this was originally released on PC last year. This is the Xbox 360 port. So there are some things that I ran into, and I'll cover those as we come across them. And overall, the game looks great. There's a great story going on in here, in which you play as a Witcher, and you were basically framed for the murder of your king. So the story is going to revolve around you trying to find the Kingslayer. In this part of the game here, as I said, it's the very beginning, we are trying to find a way down into an underground passage to gain entry to the cathedral where the king's children are being held. Now, there is a lot to this game. From the combat, to the story, to your leveling system, there's a ton of mechanics in play, which is a great thing. I mean, a lot of games now feel dumbed down. So it's refreshing to come into something like this, which, harkens back to Dark Souls for me, but there's just so much to it. Now we're going to jump into a little combat here, and as you'll see, there's spells that you can use. You have your heavy and your light attacks. It's pretty fluid, and can be a lot of fun, but at the same time it is quite challenging. Of course, right here, no big deal. It's, as I said, still the very beginning of the game, but as we get deeper into it, it does really start to challenge you. You're going to have to really pay attention to who you're attacking. You're going to have to use your spells correctly and accordingly, and take advantage of the potion system, which will show off a little bit later here. You also need to switch between your silver and steel swords. Steel sword is used for fighting humans, while your silver sword is used for fighting monsters. Cool little aspect that they added in with that. Now, as we travel down into the depths here, we're going to be encountering some different monsters. But real quick, I want to show off the menus for you guys. As I mentioned earlier, there was an issue I ran into with this being a port, and that's the menus. They just feel clunky. We're going to go through a couple of the menu options here. We have your equipment, where you can check out the different stats and boosts you can get from those. You'll be able to pick up stuff like daggers, bombs, traps. You also have potions that you can use to increase your stats during combat. And of course, you have your usual quest items, and you'll also be able to pick up additional items for creating and crafting. This is your skill tree. The training tree is where you'll start off at, and you'll have to put 6 points into here before you can spread out anywhere else. They do have some pretty cool abilities. I haven't got too far into any of the other trees though to really check those out yet. You also have your basic stats menu here. And with this, you can keep track of everything from your damage, your vitality, which is your life, your vigor, which keeps track of the amount of spells that you can cast, and of course other things. You have critical effects, knowledge, and different abilities that you can unlock by simply talking and by exploring the area, which is why I found that Assassin's ability. And this here is your journal. Here you can find your quest log. You'll also be able to keep track of different people you meet, areas you visit, and different potions you unlock. Now, the cool thing that I found by reading through these quest log items was that the choices I were making weren't inherently good or bad. They were just the options and the choices that Geralt would make. And the one that you choose just play the story out differently. And I liked it. It was just this completely gray area. Now, this here is your radial menu for your spells and for your items. You'll have 5 different spells straight off the bat, and you'll be able to unlock different items as you go along. You can also switch your swords on here, and then the center item will be your meditation menu. Now, when you go into meditation, here you can use alchemy to create potions. You can go to your character screen to check out your stats. And you can also drink potions in order to augment your abilities. So as I said, here is the alchemy menu where you can create different potions like Cat, which lets you see in the dark. You also have other stuff that will increase your weapon damage, items that will increase your bleed rating, your poison rating, and some of them will have negative effects as well. Whereas one will increase your vigor while lowering your vitality. And you're going to collect different herbs and also monster parts in order to make different potions. And from what I understand, there's quite a few different items that you can make. So we're going to go ahead and throw together a couple potions here. And I screwed up. Let me get back in the menu here. And then we're going to go ahead and drink some of those potions. So here's where you can drink your potions. You can drink up to 3 at a time. And they each have a toxicity level, represented by the skull. And you can only drink, so much toxic chemicals at one time. So that helps balance out the different potions. So we'll go ahead and add on Cat to see in the dark. I believe I also added on a damage modifier and a health regeneration modifier. So as you can see, the Cat ability is now active. We can see in the dark, and you can also see enemies through walls. So it's going to continue down this way here. And here's our first monster enemy. The see-through effect is because of the Cat potion. So make sure we use our silver weapon here and take them down. That's a cool little force push effect that they have. It's good for stunning enemies. And oh crap, that guy came out of nowhere. As I said, different spells. You got the force push, your fire spell, and there's one to charm enemies, and the other two, I honestly can't recall at this time. I believe one's also a trap. And then that little effect right there was actually your medallion. You use that to show items. You can show stuff that you can push down, like the bricks there. And here's another sword. This one is a different steel sword, and you'll be able to switch these out to get better stats. As you see, this one increases damage and gives a couple other attribute bonuses. So we're going to switch that out right now. And we'll just continue along here. As far as the menus and stuff like that goes, that pretty much covers a lot of it. As I said, you can't switch swords on the fly. I'm just going to move on through here, attack another enemy down the way here. Pick up some items. There's a ton of stuff to pick up. As I said, there's a ton of different items you can make, so there's a lot of ingredients to go around. And right here, I am attacking the enemy with my steel sword. As you'll see, because he's a monster, he's not taking as much damage. So you'll see right here, I'm going to switch, and with the silver sword, it goes down a lot easier. And look, leveled up. So let's go ahead and pick this up here too, so I can give you guys a look at the mutagens, and then we'll go ahead and do some leveling here. The mutagen, which is right there, we'll talk about that in a second. So we're going to go into the training menu here, which I said you have to put 6 into here, and we'll just unlock, whatever. Currently I already have Vitality unlocked. Ability to throw daggers seems fine. And they've got 2 levels to those. I believe there could be multiple levels to different ones later on. As I said, I still need to unlock that. And the mutagen here, what this does is you can actually augment your skill abilities to give additional bonuses to your signs, which are your spells. And you pick those actually up off of monsters. And I believe you can switch those out most likely once you use one. The next one is, the one you already had on there is destroyed. And missed that. So you just use your spells, you can break through wood and bricks and stuff. Let's kill this guy off here and make our way to the next part of the level. Show up a little bit more combat and a little bit of the dialogue here. So far I've been having fun with the game. As I said, got about 10 hours in. I will be playing some more. Pretty sure you guys have been catching Empty streaming it, and he seems to be having fun with it. Pretty sure you guys are having fun watching him die quite a bit. As I said, it is challenging. I'm playing through on normal, and even I've died a few times. I know you guys don't watch me stream, but I'm pretty decent when it comes to games. So we'll just take out a little bit more combat here. Got a couple guards up here we can take out. As the game progresses, combat gets more challenging. Throw a bomb here. You'll see the guy with the shield. You can't attack him directly, as he'll just block a lot of the attacks. His jumps are pretty cool. So you kind of got to use your little force push ability to stagger him back. Even trick him to attacking you first, and then swing it in for the kill. So yeah, the combat's real fun, keeps you on your toes. That took a little bit longer than I expected. So we'll move on here to the next area, which is the actual monastery. Got to go ahead and raise up the gates so the king and his guards can get in. You'll see at the top there the duration on my potions. They usually last about 10 minutes each. Some of them are 5. It really depends on the potion. Take out these guards here. Use a little fire. Now your health does regenerate by itself. You can unlock abilities and use potions so that it regenerates during combat and out of combat faster. But there are no actual health potions you can take during combat, so you really got to prep for these battles. So I'll go and let you guys check this out here. Got a few guys to take out, so hopefully I won't mess this up. Well, there you have it, guys. Our preview of The Witcher 2 Assassins of Kings. It has edition for Xbox 360. Damn, that's a long title. Make sure you guys check back at the site, as we will have a full review of the game coming up from Ty, as well as Empty's continued live stream of his playthrough. Now, let's see if I can take down this big guy here. And then right after this, I will just go ahead and leave it playing for you guys so you can check out a little bit of the dialogue from the game. So make sure you visit us at emptyapartment.net for more gaming news, articles, videos, and of course our almost daily live stream. Thanks for watching, guys. Yeah, boy.
His Majesty King Foltest of Temeria.
Arthur Tales, erstwhile Count of Nesvelt. I signed your sentence.
Yes, yet the Baroness saw fit to pardon me. An awkward situation, to be sure.
Anais and Boussy, where are they?
The royal children.
Don't test my patience, Tales, and I'll grant you a quick death.
Confess, Foltest, before the gods and the people. Boussy and Anais are the fruit of your loins. Bow to the gods and admit the truth.
You may not have noticed, Tales, but I just took this town.
Aided by murderers, sorcerers, and a mutant for whom nothing is holy.
This is hallowed ground. You will not raise your hand against a servant of the gods.
Where have you taken the children?
The Solar. They're in the Solar.
What is this? Blasphemy! Sorcerer's tricks!
You just need to relax.
Holy man unharmed and the noble gets slapped. A win-win situation if ever I've seen one.